Hello students, we are here with the phenols part 1, that is basic introduction of phenols. This topic is useful for BSc third semester students. So if I start with the definition of phenol, it is basically the class of chemical compounds consisting of one or more hydroxyl groups bonded directly to an aromatic hydrocarbon group. So aromatic hydrocarbon group, we simply take benzene. If benzene is attached to an OH group, that it is known as phenol, right? So phenol can be simple phenols or polyphenol, which is totally based on the number of phenol units in the molecule. As you may see the structure of phenol. If I talk about the common phenols, we can have a number of examples. Like if you see there is a phenol, the basic phenol is the benzene attached with the OH hydroxyl group. Then we are having pyrocatechol. Then we are having resorcinol. If the two OH group on the benzene ring are having the relationship of meta position, and if they are having the relationship of ortho position, then it is known as pyrocatechol or simply catechol, right? If the two OH groups are at the para positions in a benzene ring, then it is known as hydroquinone, or basically it is quinol. So we have number of other common examples also. You may have a look on this. There is pyrogallol, hydroxyhydroquinone, fluoroglucitol, 1-nephthol, 2-nephthol, also known as alpha and beta nephthol respectively. The most common examples are having in the last second row, that is orthocresol. Orthocresol is basically toluene with the OH group at ortho position, and the common name of this is orthocresol. We are having orthochlorophenol. The most important is salicylic acid. This is also an example of phenolic group. Aminophenol, nitrophenol, and many more examples are there. Right? So if I talk about the structure of phenol, in the structure of phenols, we just go by the hybridization of each atom attached in phenols, involved in phenols. Like carbon atom is there in phenyl rings. If I see the 6 carbon atoms which is forming an aromatic ring, the 6 carbon atoms all are sp2 hybridized, as they are involved in a ring, aromatic ring. All are attached by a double bond, resonating double bonds. So the hybridization over there is sp2 hybridization, which means the carbon atoms S and 2p are hybridized, and we are getting 3 hybridized sp2 orbitals. So phenyl, because of this sp2 hybridization, has hexagonal planar structure with the bond angles of 120 degree, and it is also having delocalized pi electrons, which totally results into the stability of this phenolic compounds. Next, if I talk about the hybridization of oxygen atom of OH, yani hydroxyl group of phenolic ring, so we can say that the oxygen atom attached to the OH is sp2 hybridized. So students, there is something to pay attention on it, that the oxygen is not sp3 hybridized like in water, but it is sp2 hybridized because the oxygen's lone pairs are involved in the resonance with the benzene ring, right? So if they are involved in the resonance with the benzene ring, that means the lone pair must be in the p orbital instead of unhybridized p orbital. So therefore the oxygen atom is also sp2 hybridized, which means it has 3 sp2 hybridized orbital. One is forming the C single bond O bond, right? And another is forming O single bond H bond. Okay, and the last sp2 hybrid orbital is occupied by one of the 2 lone pairs of oxygen. If I am having 2 lone pairs on oxygen, so one is having a lone pair in sp2 hybridized, and another is in simply, as I have mentioned, in the unhybridized p orbital, which is involved in the resonance. Like this. This is a ball stick diagram for phenol. I hope this is clear to you all. Next, if I talk about the physical properties of phenol, So physical properties are very simple for phenol. If I talk about the physical state, so phenols are basically colorless liquids, or they can be solid. They totally depends upon the molecular mass of phenols. Because phenols get easily oxidized, so in the atmosphere, phenols get turned into red or brown coloration due to atmospheric oxidation. As I have mentioned, they get easily oxidized, and they are also toxic in nature and have some antiseptic properties. If I talk about the boiling point of phenols, so boiling point of phenol, as it is very much clear, have higher boiling points as corresponding to the aromatic hydrocarbons. Why? Because it is having an OH group, and OH group get hydrogen bonded with the another molecule of phenol, or it get hydrogen bonded with the within the same molecule that we will study in the intermolecular and intramolecular hydrogen bonding. So here is an example of intermolecular hydrogen bonding where phenol, if I take R as a phenyl ring, so there is a phenol which get associated with the another molecule of phenol through this dotted intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Solubility. Phenols are less soluble in water, unlike alcohols. Why they are less soluble in water? Because of the presence of the larger hydrocarbon part, that is a benzene ring, right? So because of that hydrophobic part, they are less soluble as compared to alcohols. You may see this orthonitrophenols have lower solubility and they are steam volatile and has lower boiling point than para and meta isomer. What does this statement mean? This statement means like orthonitrophenol, because of the intramolecular hydrogen bonding, they are more associated and they have the lower solubility, and because of the lower solubility they can be easily vaporized and they are steam volatile. Also, if they can easily get volatile, they are having the lower boiling point as compared to para and meta isomers. Why? Because in para and meta isomer, instead of intramolecular hydrogen bonding, we are having intermolecular hydrogen bonding, and because of intermolecular hydrogen bonding, the para and the meta isomers are having higher boiling point as compared to orthonitrophenol. This particular statement is having very much importance from exam point of view also. So you may read this explanation. This is very useful for you people. Like, due to intramolecular, as I have explained, orthonitrophenol exist as discrete molecules, involve less in intermolecular hydrogen bonding, and the molecule which get involved more in intermolecular hydrogen bonding is having higher boiling point as compared to intramolecular. So here I am explaining this orthonitrophenol with intramolecular hydrogen bonding and paranitrophenol with intermolecular hydrogen bonding. There is a difference in the H bondings. You may have a look on it. Okay, let's move ahead. Acidic character of phenols. What do you mean by acidic character of phenols? Acidic character of phenol, we all know that the any compound which liberates H positive, or we can say proton, in presence of water, they are all acidic in nature. Like phenol is also in presence of water liberate its H positive ions, which we say protons. In presence of water, they get liberated as proton and phenoxide ion. So we can say that phenol is also having a acidic character, right? And the phenoxide which get released after the deprotonation or after the visualization of this acidic character of phenol, the resultant phenoxide ion is very much stable because the resonating structures of phenol is having the charge separation, and oxygen atom is gaining a positive charge as well. If you talk about the resonating structures, so here we are having some resonating structures like this. So with phenols, we are having this type of resonating structure, and with phenoxide, after removal of proton, that is H positive ion, we are having this type of resonating structures, right? And we can see that from both the structures, resonating structure, the structures of phenoxide's ion are much more stabilized due to resonance as compared to phenol. Hence we can say that phenoxide ions get easily formed with the deprotonation of phenols, and we can say that there is some acidic character of phenol. This is the explanation. Okay. And what are the facts which are supporting the acidic character of phenols? First is they turn litmus paper blue to red. Okay, as we have seen that the acidic content turns litmus paper blue to red. Next is the reaction which show acidic character of phenol is like if we treat the phenol with sodium metal, there is a liberation of dihydrogen gas, which is also proving it is having a acidic character. And the reaction of phenol with sodium hydroxide liberates sodium phenoxide as well as water as a byproduct. This is also supporting that it is having an acidic character. Okay, if I compare the acidic character of phenols with alcohol, so what do you think? Which of the following should have the greater acidic character? Is it phenol or alcohol? So this fact totally depends upon the fact that after the liberation of proton, the phenoxide in phenols and alkoxide in alcohols, how much they are stable. So if I talk about the stability of alkoxide ion, which is very much low as compared to the stability of phenoxide ion, because in phenoxide ion there is a benzene ring which involves in resonance stabilization of phenoxide ions, but which is absent in case of alkoxide ion due to an alkyl group, right? So there is no such kind of stabilization of alkoxide as compared to phenoxide. Hence we can say that phenols are very much acidic as compared to alcohol, and hence we can say they are stronger acid, as it is mentioned in the first line also. And at the last you may see that the reaction of phenol with sodium hydroxide, we get no reaction, right? Like as I have mentioned, in the second reaction of phenol with sodium hydroxide, I get phenoxide ion yani sodium phenoxide and the water as a byproduct, but this is not the case in case of alcohol. So effect of substituent, what are the effect of substituents? If I substitute phenol with any group, like it can be electron withdrawing group as well as electron donating group. So what are the effects of those groups on acidity of phenol? You can see that in electron withdrawing group, like a nitro group, cyanide group, benzaldehyde, if I talk about CHO group, carboxylic group, any halogen, these are all electron withdrawing groups, and these groups stabilize the phenoxide ion which we get after the deprotonation of phenol. So if there is a stabilization of the phenoxide ion, so we can say that the more will be reaction shifted towards the phenoxide ion and more will be the acidity of phenols. So we can say that electron withdrawing groups are something which stabilize the phenoxide ion by dispersal of the negative charge. So any substituent which disperses the negative charge of phenoxide ion will also enhance its stability and also enhance the acidic character of phenols. But the case is totally opposite in the case of electron donating group, because in electron donating group there is no such kind of stabilization, rather there is destabilization of the phenoxide ion because the negative charge get intensified due to the donating nature of the groups. So we can say that there is a decrease in the acidic strength of phenols with EDG, or we can say electron donating groups. Okay, so in this slide I have talked about the substituent effect, but I didn't mention about the position of the substituent. So in the next slide there is the effect of position of substituent also, right? So the position also matters, whether it is in ortho position with respect to hydroxyl group of phenol, it is in meta position or in para position, though these things also matters a lot. So if I talk about inductive effect as we all know that the magnitude of inductive effect diminishes with the distance. Like if I talk about ortho position, the inductive effect is much more as compared to meta position and further as compared to para position. So there are some examples. If I talk about acidic strength of halophenols, I can see that phenols are much more acidic or having the highest acidity as compared to the halophenols. So why is it so? Because halophenols, as I have mentioned, these halophenols basically show the plus R and minus I effect both. Okay, but in case of halogen, minus I effect predominates over plus R effect. So therefore halogens show electron withdrawing nature, and hence all halophenols are stronger acids than phenol. Further, minus I effect decreases with the distance, therefore the acidic strength of halophenol decreases in the order above. Orthophenols will show the highest acidic character because of the minus I effect, stronger at ortho position, then meta, and then para. Similarly, resonance effect I generally see in nitro group. Okay, so I can say that para nitrophenols are more acidic as compared to ortho, which is further acidic as compared to meta, and finally we are having phenol, because NO2 is also electron withdrawing group, and electron withdrawing group, if it is this, I am having both minus I as well as minus R effect. Okay, so minus R and minus I effect, both because of both the effects, all nitrophenols are stronger acid than phenols, but the exact order of acidity of nitrophenols can be explained on the basis of resonance effect, because there is the case the resonance effects are much more pronounced as compared to the inductive effect. This is because of the ortho and para positions, we are having that much resonance effect as compared to meta position, because in meta position we generally don't see this resonance effect, instead only inductive effect. So this is the example of the nitrophenols as well as. So you may see the example or by seeing the diagram as such. So there is something in case of para and ortho, we are having this negative charge only on para position on that carbon to which nitro group is directly attached. So that's why this resonance effect is much more pronounced at ortho and para positions only, and not on meta positions. Okay, so this is the case why para position and ortho positions are having highest acidity as compared to meta nitrophenol. But the question arises, why para nitrophenols are much more acidic as compared to ortho nitrophenols? So the answer is in the last paragraph. In case of para nitro and ortho nitrophenols, para is more acidic as compared to ortho isomer, because in ortho isomer, the hydroxyl group of that particular compound participated in the intramolecular hydrogen bonding, as I have mentioned earlier also about intermolecular H bonding. So because of that particular participation of the OH in case of ortho nitrophenol with NO2 group of the benzene ring, or we can say nitrophenol, it involves less in the deprotonation, and hence we can say that between para and ortho, para is having highest acidity character as compared to ortho, because ortho get participate into the intermolecular hydrogen bonding, so it get less chances to get deprotonated as compared to that of para. So here we are having ortho nitrophenols with intramolecular hydrogen bonding, and para nitrophenol without intra, but instead it is having intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So yeah, this is all about the general introduction part 1 for phenols, in which what we have covered about the basic introduction definition of phenols. Okay, and after the definition we have just gone through by the physical properties and finally acidic character of phenols, what are the effect of substituent as well as the position on the acidic character of phenols, and finally we have done this why para nitrophenols are more acidic as compared to ortho nitrophenols, and this is really important from exam point of view. So yeah, that's all for today. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.